With the Kentico CMS Online Forms module, or BizForms module as it's also called, you can create website forms with no code. When creating your forms, you have an extensible set of definitions that you can use to build them. This includes being able to define text boxes, drop-down fields, or a variety of other options. The design simplicity of the BizForm module allows content administrators to publish forms using the What You See is What You Get editor. As your users are entering data into the forms, the collected data is viewable through the user interface or exported and shared with other users using Microsoft Excel. Let's create a BizForm that allows customers to send us a message. When creating BizForms, it's done within the CMS Desk interface. Within CMS Desk, you want to select Tools and then BizForms. To create a new BizForm, we're going to select New Form, and within the form display name, we're going to type Send Us a Message. Within the form code name, we're going to enter Send Message, and the table name, we're just going to create it as Messages. Then we'll select OK. Now that we've created the general information, let's go ahead and create the fields. Fields are created individually. So the first thing we want to do is we want to select New Attribute, and within New Attribute, we're going to define our first column name within our database as First Name. We're going to show this on the public form, and we're going to enter our caption of Enter Your First Name. And this is the caption that will appear on the form that the user fills out. We're going to select the type of text box, but as you can see, you have a wide variety of different choices. And we're going to enter a maximum length of 15, and we're not going to allow empty values, and then we'll select OK. We then want to create another field called Last Name, and once again, we'll show this on our public form, and then we're going to put a caption of Enter Your Last Name, and we'll leave this again as a text box, and we're going to make the max length 20, and then select OK. The last attribute we want to enter is email, so that once we receive our form, we can then go ahead and respond back. So we're going to select the column name of email, the field caption of Enter Your Email Address, and in the field type, we're going to select Email, which will automatically validate that the email that they enter is correct. And then we'll select OK. And then the last thing we want to do is allow them to enter a message that they're going to send to us. So I'm going to select New Attribute, and the column name will just be text. The field caption is going to be Enter Your Message. We'll leave it as a text box, and we're just going to give them a maximum length of 100, and then select OK. Now that we've created the basics that we need to use within our BizForm, we can go ahead and publish it. Now that we've created our Send Us a Message BizForm, let's go ahead and deploy it to our site. We want to deploy it to a page that will allow our users to communicate with us. So on the corporate sample site, we have a services page which has an editable region web part. And this is one of the ways that you can deploy BizForms. I'm going to select into the editable region web part, and then I'm going to select the Insert BizForm control from the What You See is What You Get editor. Once I click it, this is then going to look and see what BizForms are available for me to deploy. I want to select Send Us a Message, and you'll notice that once I insert it, it puts in the transformation that's necessary within the page. Once I've put this in, I can select Save to save the current design of our page, And now that I've saved it, let's take a look at it on our live site. As you can see, we've created our BizForm. We have the ability for our users to go ahead and enter their information and then select OK. Now that we've deployed our BizForm, let's enter some data and then take a look at the data collection facilities. I'm going to enter my first name of Thomas, last name of Robbins, my email address of Thomas R, and I'm going to actually enter this wrong so that we can see how the checking works. This is a test message, and then I'm going to select OK. You'll notice that it automatically, because we selected the email form, went ahead and validated that my email address was in the wrong format. Once again, with no code, if I go ahead and I start deleting some of these out, you'll notice that it automatically picks up on the required values. Let's go ahead and enter the correct information. My email address of thomasr@kentico.com. And then this is a test message, and we select OK. We've gone ahead and saved our current data. And then if we want to take a look at our data collection, we can go back into Tools, select BizForms. You'll notice that the BizForm sent us a message, has one entry, which is the data that I just entered. If I want to, I can take a look at it by editing it. And as you see, I have my completed BizForm. And if I want to, I can go ahead and either export it to Excel, or I can take a look at it within the interface. I have the ability to either delete, or I can edit if I want to look at my existing responses in a little bit more detail.